So this recipe that I have is a little odd in that the measurements are in the half of an eggshell.
I love that.
So we have 6 eggs. We're going to take 6 half shells of oil. And I use corn oil, but you can use vegetable oil or light olive oil.
Yeah, olive oil would be good in that.
And somehow this always works, even though the eggs might vary in size, or the half of the shell might vary in size.
So you had 6 of those?
6 of the oil?
I would say probably about a half a cup total.
Just about.
Yeah.
And then we have 4 half shells of water.
Okay. Maybe a little more than a quarter of a cup, third of a cup
Probably.
maybe?
That's probably about right. And that's it. It's a very simple dough. Then we mix these together. Now we've got the eggs mixed. We're going to take about 5 cups of flour.
And you already measured that.
And I did measure that ahead of time. And then we make a little well, and you could do this right on the table if you're very courageous.
But you'd have to say 3 Hail Marys
That's right,
first.
I would. And then we add the eggs to the flour.
So this is basically like you were making a pasta dough.
Exactly. It's very, very similar to a pasta dough. And then you just work the egg mixture in.
Now I noticed you didn't use any sugar.
No sugar.
And you used no salt.
No salt.
Do you know where the word Strufoli comes from?
That I don't know.
Well, you know, it actually comes from a Greek word, Strufolis, which means a little rounded body. So when we get to forming these, it'll make sense, right?
It will
Why
make
they're
sense.
called Strufoli.
And this was one of those things. I very frequently have to make it on my own, but it was something my mother never really did alone. She always did it with my aunt, her younger sister.
That's right, because there were always so many people in an Italian family ready to cook, right?
Exactly. I usually use a bench cutter, but obviously you can use a knife or whatever, chop off a little piece, and then roll it out into a little log or roll.
Yeah.
And as I said, I usually try to make it about a ½ an inch or so wide, the pieces.
We always used to say it had to be the thickness of your middle finger.
Yes.
See, that's
right.
That goes along with the half eggshell thing.
Exactly. So there you
Well,
are.
can I have a piece?
Well, sure. Why not?
I might as well help you while
Yeah, that'll
I'm
be
at it.
great.
Okay.
And so to roll it out till it's about that length, and then I just use the same cutter, or you can use a knife, and cut this into small pieces.
It's a very nice dough. Very nice. You don't need any flour
Well, you could thank Grandma Belzano for that.
Okay. Well, you do
and
make
for my
yours
mother
small.
for preserving it. So this is what I do.
All right.
And
Okay.
then when they're done, I just take them and don't actually roll them. I just sort of pinch the sharp edges down, and then put them on a clean towel until they're ready to fry.
All right, Father, I think we have enough to go into the first batch of hot oil, right?
Very good.
They look beautiful. They're not going to take very long to cook, are they?
No, they won't. They'll fry up and puff up in no time.
And then we're going to give them a really nice sweet ending, aren't we?
We sure are.
Okay.
That's the surprise.
Let's go. Oh. Wow. You know, look at how beautifully, nicely golden these are. They're not brown,
No, that's right.
overcooked. They only took, what, 30 seconds?
About that,
To
exactly.
puff up. They look beautiful. Can I try one?
Oh, go right ahead. Can I have one too?
They're good the way they are.
They
but
are good, but they're going
now
to be
what are you
much
gonna
better.
do?
Now what we're going to do is put some honey on them.
Where's one we lost?
And what I did was I heated the honey in some boiling water, just to get it a little bit softer and easier to coat these with, because you want them to get well coated. Not only because they taste good, but it helps stick together when you try to arrange them in any kind of a shape.
See, now this is a little different variation on what I would do, because
Right.
what we used to do is my grandmother would heat up a big cauldron of honey in a pot.
Okay.
Then instead of pouring the honey over, we'd put all of these in the
Into the pot.
and stir them really. So
It's equally good way to do it.
Right, just how you like to. And the thing is, once you start eating these, you cannot
No,
stop.
it's like peanuts, as they
It's
say.
it's
This is
really
the truth
difficult.
about these. That's why I think they make such big batches of them, because everyone knows that.
Now,
Now I'm just going to form this a little bit more. just to get
And
it
that
through.
was a good trick that he just used. If you wet your hands and you want to give this a little bit more shape, wetting your hands will help you. That way the honey will not stick
exactly
to your hands. Whoop, I got that one.
You got that
That's
one.
mine.
Okay. There. And then the final touch are just a few colored sprinkles and lightly
It just gives it a real
festive.
look. You know, in some parts of Italy, around Naples, instead of using these hundreds and thousands, which they're called
Right.
sometimes, they'll use candied orange or lemon peel.
Peels, which is also very good on it.
Also very traditional.
And there it is. That's
Wow.
our Strufoli.
We hardly broke a sweat making these. They're gorgeous.